Welcome back to another HABS Daily News with your hockey coach, Guru Coach Frenchie. We are going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens did not do any move during the first day of the UFA NHL 2022. Don't go nowhere. Here we go, guys. Episode number 67. The Montreal Canadiens, no move yet. SLAFKOVSKY signed his contract of 3 years, entry-level contract. Rocket got players. The AD development camp update last day of the camp. And finally, NHL news today. We're going to talk about this for about forever. So many moves around the league. So let's dive in and talking about the first thing, the Montreal Canadiens, no move yet. Listen, guys, I love Ken Hughes. He's patient, no panicking. They don't have to make a trade. They don't have to trade Petrie, Allen, Dvorak, Hoffman, Anderson, Gallagher. You have no rush. We have nothing to make a bad move here. If we trade, we don't give away. Look what happened with Vegas. They gave away Pacioretty for nothing. They did this with Fleury. You said we're going to trade only if we get something in return. Yeah, no panicking over there. I like the way the management control everything. And that's what I believe. They have a big strength between who they are compared to what they were before the Montreal Canadiens. Now, if they make a trade, the only way I see this is Jeff Petrie. The reason I said him because right now the Kleinberg situation is not resolved yet. Kleinberg could be signed with Dallas, where I don't think it will happen because they signed Marshman, Colin MEILLEUR over there. Kleinberg I see him with Seattle, so that opened a little bit money for Dallas looking for a right defenseman. I still believe Jeff Petrie could go there. Montreal will try to trade Petrie if they get something good in return. If not, they will keep him and looking a little bit later during the offseason. Could be in August, could be in September. But they will wait to see the possibilities for them or an opportunity to be sure that Montreal gets something in return. Otherwise, there are no UFA signed for the Montreal. Of course, there are no money to spend. The credit card is at the max. They are about $223,000. So they cannot do anything yesterday overall on the market. And that's okay. And understand you're going to complain. It's, oh, Buffalo get better. Ottawa get better. Detroit get better. And you can go all the way like that. But right now, Montreal is not the same pace like them. And I'm going to the next couple of videos to explain what's going happening for Montreal. Believe me, guys, be patient, Montreal Canadiens fans. We are right now retooling that team. We have to wait for 2 more years before we reach the next level of their plan. Finally, Ken Hughes is going to meet the media today. I'm going to give you an update about meeting and tomorrow for the next video. Let's talk about now that SLAFKOVSKY signed an ELC with the Montreal Canadiens, a 3-year deal. Maybe you don't know how this contract work in NHL, everything like that. But I will give you a little bit more information. A ELC is entry-level contract. Usually they are for 1 to 3 years. Most of the time they are 3 years. Sometimes could be 2 years, but most of them are 3 years. The maximum you can get in NHL is $950,000. That's the max you can get. You have other possibility to increasing like the players' performance bonus, the signature bonus, but it's not get more. Here we go, this description of his contract for SLAFKOVSKY. Performance bonus, $3.5 million additional he can get. Now, what are they? They are not mentioned and publicly for the people. The signature bonus he got is $95,000. But if he get a signature bonus, he's guaranteed right now he get $95,000 every year for 3 years. The base salary is $855,000. Why? Because they cannot pass over the $950,000. That's the max. So his AAV now for the Montreal Canadiens, if SLAFKOVSKY play, it's $950,000. Now, if he's not returning or if he's not stay with Montreal Canadiens and return or he play for the Laval Rocket, example, so it's called a minor salary, is only $82.5 thousand. So that gives you an overview of the contract of Slafkovsky. If you have any question, guys, leave me a comment. I will answer to you below this video. Here we go, guys. The Montreal Canadiens make some fun move yesterday. First of all, Ouellet went to Pittsburgh. Dauphin went to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Jean-Sébastien Day and Belbédio left the Laval Rocket to get new contracts somewhere else. Now, the Montreal Canadiens signed the second-round pick, Madison Bowie, right defenseman, play over 158 games in NHL. He was drafted by the Washington Capitals. Anthony Richard, a 25 years old player, play as a center, play only 2 games in NHL, never been drafted, and he's from Trois-Rivières. Finally, Montreal got Michel Stephen, a center, played 72 games in NHL, most of the game with the Tampa Bay Lightning. It was a 100 overall pick by the Tampa, played 2 games last year with the Detroit Red Wings, so he's a 5'11". I would maybe bring some depth and the Montreal Canadiens organization. They resigned Montreal, Alex Belzile, the 30 years old veteran players, Joel Destel, and Nate Schnarr. Finally, all those players got a contract 2-way by the Montreal Canadiens. That's the only players Montreal make some action yesterday, some move. I want to talk a little bit more about the development camp. Finally, they played some scrimmage yesterday. At the end of the camp, it was the last day. Everybody was not talking about Slafkovsky. It was only one player's name, Lane Hudson. OMG, guys, the kid is unbelievable for 5'8". I'm not concerned about his size like the 5'8". I'm a little bit more concerned about the 151 pounds. I'm sure he will go to add more muscle mass and strength in the next 2 years. But the kid's guy is unbelievable. He stole the show yesterday. Just give you an idea. A 1 versus 1. Slafkovsky versus Hudson. A 6'3", 230 pounds versus a 5'8", 151. Once Slafkovsky dropped his shoulder down, Hudson took the puck with his stick. He's so smart. He's so anticipate the play. Hudson guy is a real deal. Now he's going to be for Boston College. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, we don't know. Pay attention and remember his name. Slafkovsky scored the first 20 seconds of the scrimmage. Of course, when you play drill or practice drill, Slafkovsky is not going to be big to recognize. It's not where he's flashy or his highlights. And when you play game, honestly, on scrimmage, and he showed yesterday the reason why he got drafted by the Montreal Canadiens, puck protection, his skating, the way he controls the puck, and make Slafkovsky special. Now, be patient with Slafkovsky. Don't thinking he's going to make the Montreal Canadiens right away. Finally, I will say to you, Sean Farrell overall have a good camp for the Montreal Canadiens. We know his experience on NCAA and the fact he played the World Championship helping Farrell, honestly. And we're going to follow him next year with Harvard University, second year in NCAA. On the flip side, where they don't have like a bad camp, but they not make me say, oh wow, Joshua Roy and Emil Henneman, overall they have okay camp or not much, an average, honestly. I don't want to be negative about Joshua Roy or Emil Henneman. It's just I was expecting a bit more for them to step their game during the development camp. So finally, NHL news today, guys. It was all about the UFA day number 1 in NHL. There are so many deals we could talk all day long, but I just want to give you a couple of deals for different teams where they make a splash. Honestly, the Columbus Blue Jackets, the biggest splash is all about Johnny Gaudreau. Surprisingly, shocked the world in hockey by signing with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Everybody thought he's going to be with New Jersey Devils, Islanders, Flyers, and at the last minute, he decided to go with the Blue Jackets. The Detroit make a lot of signature yesterday, example like Chariot, David Perron, 2 good players over there, and they signed Andrew Kopp So Detroit make a couple of great signature. Carolina, the biggest thing for me is to trade for max specialty first of all, and then the defenseman Brent Burns for the San Jose Sharks. So Carolina fill the hole now. Will be interesting to follow up more with their signature. Then the Seattle Kraken. I think I like what they did, the Kraken yesterday. The Andrei Burakovsky for me is a good signature. The Justin Schultz is another one. I like what the Edmonton Oilers did. Signed 5 years, $5 million for the Jack Campbell, back Evander Kane. The New York Rangers go with Alec Domig as the goaltender, but he got Vincent Trocek for the Carolina Hurricane. The New Jersey Devils did not sign Goudreau, but they got Audrey Palat. So I think overall it's great. The Ottawa, the biggest splash of the day was honestly CLOUTIER come back home. The Tampa Bay resigned 3 players: Cernak, Sergachev, Cirelli. So the great signature for the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Washington trade for Connor Brown and got the goaltender Darcy Quamper. And I can go all around the league, guys. Every team, most of them get new players. But for me, they are really the biggest signature right now. They still to wait for Kadri. Honestly, where is going to go? John Glenber is another big name. Here we go, guys. That's complete. Another great episode for the HABS Daily News. We're going to be back, of course, every single day. Until then, we want to remind you, don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the show, sharing this video, and below this video, tell me what you think about this episode. And, of course, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great day, everybody.